Hello everyone, welcome to Math 133 Probability and Statistics. As I told you in our lecture, in-class lecture, you can watch this video lecture, and you can take note. But before you actually do this, I would definitely recommend you to download our PowerPoint slide from our E360 website. So if you log into E360 and go to our course and go to the resource section, you should be able to download this chapter. This would be chapter 2 part B, right? So please download the PowerPoint, and you can open the PowerPoint file, or you can print it out and set it next to you while you're watching this video. You can take notes and try to understand um, as we go together within this video, right? In this video. All right. So now the second part that what we are going to do is a continuation of chapter 2 part A. So in chapter 2 part A, we checked a couple of different styles of displaying data into a graph. Now, if you display data into a graph, there's obviously a lot of advantage, because you can not only easy to understand, but you can actually see the general shape of entire data within a second, so which makes it very, very powerful, right? So this chapter mainly we are going to talk about stem and leaf display, right? Stem and leaf display. So it's another technique. It's called stem and leaf, and it's easy to draw. Not only you're going to see the general shape and tendency of the data, but also you will see the actual details of the data as well, which makes it very, very popular and powerful. So what you're going to do, you're going to rank all the data in order, right? So small number first and big number later, right? So the high number is going to go to the bottom, the lower number or small number is going to go to the top, and the first digit is going to be the stem part, and the second digit is going to be the leaf part, right? So let's see. Let's go check out this example. So let's say you are a manager of this auto shop, Hudson Auto, and you have 50 customer invoice for engine tune-up, and you try to see how much that your customer is spending, right? So you have these 50 different data points. Now let's say these are all the data points. It's in slide 6, as you can see here, right? Now the first part is going to be the stem part. So see this part right here, that part, oops, it's shaking the whole thing. That part, the 9 part is going to be the stem part. The 1 part is going to be the leaf part. So you have the stem part and the leaf part. So if you go to the next slide, so you know the 91 in here, 91 in here becomes actually this 9 right here and this 1 right here. So 90 goes to, this is a stem part, as you can see, and this is the leaf part. All this is the leaf. So 91, the data that we saw is this one, 91, right? 91. For example, this one right here, 73, this one. Let's see, that's a 70, that's a stem part, 3 became this point right there. So, you know, the one good thing about this stem and leaf display, as you can see, oops, as you can see, not only you see the general shape of the data, you can see that there's a lot of points in the 70s and 60s, right? 70 something dollars would be the most common one, the highest frequency. And there are a couple of, cheaper deal like 50 something dollars, and there are a couple of deals which is, over 100, because this is not 10, this would be $101, $104, $109 would be the highest part. So stem and leaf part. So it not only you can see the general shape, but you can also see the exact number, which makes it very, very powerful. Okay, so if you believe the original stem and leaf display has condensed the data too much, we can stretch display vertically by using 2 stem for each leaf leading digit, right? Meaning something like this. So you have 52 of them, 62 lines, 72 lines, 82 lines, just like that, right? So, some people prefer this display. You may prefer this display. I personally like this one better, but it's saying you can do something like that as well, right? Okay. So, stem and leaf display is definitely easy but effective. But what if this is not a 2-digit number? What if this is like 3-digit number? Then you have to be a little bit more careful when you apply this stem and leaf, because leaf, then the stem part could be let's say you have something like this, then this is like 8.6. This wouldn't be a problem. But what about this 11.7? So 11.7 goes this, right? And 9.4 goes this. So most of them up to that decimal point, that first digit number becomes the stem part, and 0.6, 0.7, 0.4, 0.1, 0.2, 0.0, 0.8 makes the leaf part, right? So that's one possible way to do that. Now, what if the numbers are like in thousands, right? This data right here that you can see, it is 1800, 1700, 1900, 1600, 1900, 1800. That intervals contains all these data points. So you can set aside the first 2 digit, right? First 2 digit, as you can see, as the stem part, and see this one here, 0.6 becomes 0 right there, right? And 17, the second number right here, the first 2 digits, 17 goes here, and because this is 17, this is teens, so that becomes this 1 right there, right? So this 1 right here, the leaf unit is in 10, meaning this is in teens. For example, this one right here, 1682. This is 16 is the stem part, but this 82, this is in the 80s. Because it's the 80s, it becomes the 8, which become, it says right here, leaf unit is 10. So this becomes 8, just like that. So, mainly it works best if we have like 2-digit data, mainly 2-digit data, but as you can see, it can work with data that looks like this. Also, it can work with data that looks like this as well. Okay. All right.